My friends, not too long ago I did a list of the best gear purchases under $100. And actually, that was like a whole year ago. I make a lot of videos. Well, there wasn't a lot of that stuff, but there were some pretty useful things on that list, right? Everyone seemed to think so. Well, as we've all grown over the last year, and inflation has hit an all-time high, I hope everyone's making a bit more money from audio. And we're gonna go over the best products $300 and under. By the end of this video, you'll know the best upgrades you can make for your tool collection as an engineer and specifically as a bedroom producer. So what's happening, fam? Miami here with JST, and if you're watching this, I'm sure you realize right at this moment that audio is an extremely expensive hobby and job. Monitors are thousands of dollars. So are converters, instruments. Dude, the other day I saw some headphones that were over $4,000. So like, when does it end, right? Hopefully now, so let's get into some affordable products that can help us out in the day-to-day. Here's one that is always a big discussion for guitarists and bassists out there, DI boxes. Do you need one? If you want proper impedance and to avoid ground hum, you do need this. I have a whole video shooting out the best DI boxes, but if there is one that I want to recommend for purchase, it's actually my second favorite one, coming in at exactly $300. The title says under $300, so you're not off to a great start here. Like, go away, man. Nobody asked you. Anyways, like I said, coming in at exactly $300, the Little Labs DI box. I personally like the Countryman DI box a little bit better for an active DI, but the Little Labs is not just a DI box. It can be used active or passive, first of all, and on top of that, it doubles as a reamp box. So for that 5% that I prefer the Countryman, I would much rather have this toolkit that gives me 3 different tools instead of just having one. This thing will actually beef up the tone of the DI itself, and I don't know exactly what magic's going on, but we'll just leave it up to the transformers on the inside, I guess. Anything I've played through, it always sounds great. Let's actually take a listen to this thing. If you're digging the guitar tones that you heard in that example, by the way, they were all made with our plugin ToneForge Jeff Loomis. Make sure to try it out for free by going to joeysturgistones.com. Next up in our list, the Focal Listen Pros. Coming in at $299, these are the replacement to the Focal Spirit Pros that were once legendary. Man, the bands on the original ones of those were absolutely terrible. Let me show you a picture of this. I legit had to put a bar on the side and clamp it to create enough pressure to have it stick to my head so I could finish the album I was working on. Well, better days now, my friends, as they fixed that issue and created headphones with an even tighter response. Well, this isn't gonna be the greatest low end since it's a headphone set, but in my opinion, this beats out anything $600 and under that I've tested. Literally a steal. Extreme clarity, punchy and tight response, and a very sturdy design. In reality, you'll probably have to replace these ear cuffs after a couple of years of heavy use, and I'm a sweat in the mixing world, so it was kind of inevitable, but I promise you won't find anything better in this price range. I've mixed complete albums on these for years, and realistically, I owe a ton of my audio income to these because when I couldn't be loud, it gave me the ability to still mix at a pro level. So if you're aiming to be a pro, listen and get the Focal Listen Pros. But Miami, there's no way to get my low end right with these. Or is there? Coming in scorching hot at number 2, and the crowd goes wild. The Sub Pack. A lot of you might not even be familiar with this device, but coming in at $299 also, the Sub Pack is a device that allows you to feel the low end from the song instead of having to use a subwoofer. You'll truly have a new way to connect with your subs better than ever before, and I'm trying to connect with my subs, so hit that sub button, like button, and notification bell to be made aware when we drop new content. Transition game is still crazy. Back to the Sub Pack. It fully immerses you in the song by vibrating the pulses through your body. It straps to the back of your chair, or you can upgrade and get one that you wear on you with a harness. And you literally feel the bass from the song you're working on. First time that I had tried mine, I put on a song from Jens Bogren and then one that I had mixed, and I could tell how messy my low end was by feeling it in a matter of seconds. Of all the things on this list, this one truly shocked me as an innovative invention that could change the way people experience music forever. It's a pretty heavy thing to say, but it's true. Works great coupled with headphones or with studio monitors. Probably the biggest help in perfecting low end in a song that you can get your hands on. And that brings us on to our next point, microphones. And we'll break this up into dynamic and condenser. Remember these when your friend asks, what mic should I get? I don't have a lot of money, I'm gonna throw out a couple options for condensers, one of Joey's favorites and one of mine. But I'll start with mine because it's a sleeper. The Sennheiser MK4. Exactly $299 as well. Swear it's like they're making this video too easy for me. It's not too far off from a Neumann TLM 103, and this was the microphone that I had for about 5 years, the only one. I didn't have bank to just drop a ton of money on microphones back then, and it handled everything that I threw at it. Present and clear with a very nice top end. A lot of people enjoyed that free falling cover I did a while back using Howard Benson vocals. Well, those vocals were all done on the Sennheiser MK4.
All the vampires walking through the valley, move west down Ventura Boulevard.
Next up is Joey's old mic of choice, the AT4040. Also $299. This microphone has been used by him on albums with hundreds of millions of views and listens, most notably Asking Alexandria. They also, were used on The Devil Wears Prada, We Came as Romans, I See Stars. They all used it. But so did I when I went to go record with Joey. This mic has a detailed top and bottom end. If you're looking for something with more of a mid-range, you would find that in the AT3035. The AT4040 can handle anything you throw at it and punches way above its weight class. And now onto the dynamic mic, the Shure MV7. I've had a chance to mess around with this in a few studios, and I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised for how it sounds on vocals. It's only $249 and comes with USB and XLR connectivity to double as a podcasting microphone. What's even crazier is you can get a version without the USB connectivity called the MV7X, and it's only $179. Not bad for a microphone that can rival its brother, the SM7B, when it comes to vocals. Biggest difference you'll find here is this microphone is only aimed at recording the human voice, not the best for instruments, and that is where the SM7B will still be king. But that's a little bit out of our budget at this time. But if you only need a way of recording your vocals with a dynamic mic, it can be had for less than a couple $100. It can be had for less than a couple $100, and that's not too much to hate on for everything you're getting in a very classic looking, well-built microphone. But let's talk about interfaces for a minute, because that's always on everybody's mind, right? It's always in the discussion for people coming up. And I'm gonna be real here. There are a lot of good ones out right now. I always recommend the Audient ID14. I still use the Audient ID44, but the main reason, besides the fact that it's $279, it has the option for expansion through ADAT. So you can add an 8-channel preamp down the line to get yourself a decent number of ins and outs, 10 ins and 4 outs. You can record drums with that. But forget the expansion for a second. The preamps are the same ones that come out of the console. It has a very slick looking user interface as well. A JFET DI preamp that's great for recording DIs. Very well built and sturdy chassis with Burr Brown converters to top it all off. Extremely hard to beat all that for the price that it is. Just telling you. The other option though would totally be Universal Audio's new Volt 276. And the reason's pretty simple. Comes with a built-in 1176, which is extremely useful. Comes with a bunch of plugins as well. Sleek design, easily transported, and introduction into the world of Universal Audio if you haven't been. This one is a simple toss-up of what you prefer more, but both of these will do the job of being your audio interface. So let's go over all of these one more time. Little Labs Red DI Box, the Focal Listen Pros, the Sub Pack, AT4040 and Sennheiser MK4 condensers, the Shure MV7 or MV7X dynamic mics, the Audient ID14, and the UA Volt 276. These tools will definitely be mainstays and stick with you for a very long time in your career. Once you hit the big leagues, you may upgrade, but there's always going to be a special place in your heart for some of these pieces of gear that help get you through the rough times. Are there any pieces of gear you feel like I'm missing in this price point? Are you going to go order one of these things right now? Should I become one of those YouTubers that's always asking you to click their affiliate link? Let me know in the comments below, and I will chat with you guys like I always do. If you're an engineer on the come up, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, you only have to do it one time, and tap that bell for notifications so when a video drops, you know the location. Until next time, I am out of here. Mic drop. Except as engineers we know, I'd never really drop this thing, because that get really expensive, even if it is a piece of Sure. Later.